Belinda is very fair. She is very beautiful. As I have told you, Belinda stands here. Belinda represents here almost all the beautiful ladies or beautiful girls of that particular age, of that particular society. And so does Byron. Byron represents, or Byron stands for almost all the gentlemen of that particular society. So Belinda is very very radiant. Her lips are very rubious lips. इसको आप लाल कहते हैं, red. And she has made it more rubious by applying some lipsticks. इसको आप थोरंगा कहती हैं, थोरंगा वगैरह लगा के उन्होंने क्या किया, उसको और खूबसूरत बना लिया. She is very beautiful, but she has made her beauty more shining by polishing her face. She looks very, you can say, dangerously beautiful. In Urdu, there is a word for that, कातिल. Her beauty, her सुंदरता, her अदाएं, her gestures and postures are कातिलाना. कातिलाना. It's a very interesting word. If you ask a girl, oh, you look very katilana, you are so beautiful, your beauty is katilana, she will be very happy. But if you say her, your sundarta is hatyarin sundarta, you look just like the hatyarin, oh hatyarin sundarta, she will be very angry. However, katil means also hatya karne wala, और हत्यारा means also हत्या करने वाला. So this is the effect of word. When you say please take care of your legs. Now keep your tongue away. It's humiliating to some of the words. So here, see the beauty of Belinda being presented against the beauty of the rising sun. The sun is rising. The rising sun is very red, very rubious, looks very beautiful. But the beauty of the rising sun is overwhelmed by the beauty of rubious and radiant Belinda. She is so beautiful. Line says, not with more glories in the ethereal plane, the sun first rises over the purple main. The sun has never risen. कभी नहीं उगा है सूरज. With this beauty, with which Belinda has come here. It means the beauty of the rising sun is less powerful than the beauty of Belinda, of fair Belinda. Thus issuing forth the rival of his beams, and it seems that the beauty of Belinda is the rival, Pratitwandi, rival is the rival of the beams of the rising sun. उगते हुए सूरज की जो किरणें हैं, beams हैं, they have redness in them. No, उसमें redness होगा ना, redness है, they have redness in them, but that redness is less powerful than the redness that was there upon the face of Belinda. So the redness of Belinda's face is the rival for the redness of the beams of the rising sun, launched on the bosom of the silver Thames. They have gone there. They have gone there to move for canoeing, you can say, to move in boats, in a small boats. नौकायन के लिए वो गए हैं. There is Thames River. Thames River is there in England, and that river is as pious for the English people as we have the river Ganga. So all these beautiful ladies like Belinda and fair handsome youth like Byron have assembled there. So launched on the bosom of the silver Thames, fair nymphs and well-dressed youths, as I have told you, fair nymphs, beautiful ladies are there. Beautiful ladies are there boating, and well-dressed youth around her shone. No doubt, there are other ladies, other beautiful ladies are also there. But among all the beautiful ladies, Belinda is the most beautiful. She is the most radiant. So almost all the eyes are fixed upon her. No doubt, there is lack of beautiful ladies there. और भी सुंदर महिलाओं की वहाँ कमी, लड़कियों की, महिलाओं की लड़की की कमी नहीं है वहाँ. There are so many. There are so many young boys, young gentlemen are there. But among them, since Belinda is the most radiant or the most beautiful one, so almost all eyes are fixed upon her. She is very special. She is a matter of attraction for one and all. Her beauty, her magnetic beauty draws the eyes, the attention of one and all towards her. But every eye was fixed upon her alone, and now see the beauty of Belinda. On her white breast a sparkling cross she wore. As I have told you, she is milky white. She is very fair. So she is very fair, and almost all her body parts, almost all her organs are fair. Her breasts are also fair. White breasts are there. तो on her white breast, अपनी उजली छाती पर, breast पर क्या किया उसने? She has put on, or she is wearing a sparkling cross. She is wearing. See, there is satire also here. She is wearing the cross. Cross means the symbol of Jesus Christ. Note that she is very religious. Just she has put that cross there to make herself attractive, to make herself beautiful, to let the others know that she is very religious. She loves Christ. It's not that she is that type of, she is religious, or she is very much in love with Christ. Just to attract the attention of the young people, she has put on that cross just upon her white breasts, and that cross must be of yellow color, must be made of either of diamond or must be of gold, and the breast is white. So upon that white breast, that cross looks very, very beautiful, very attractive. And then what happens here? Which Jews might kiss and infidel adore. She is so beautiful. Please be attentive and try to understand all these lines. Try to understand the meaning. These lines are very revealing also, and very delicious, interesting and sumptuous lines for the students also. So which Jews might kiss and infidel adore. She is so beautiful, and her breasts are so beautiful that even saints, S-A-I-N-T-S, even saints, Jews are very much interested, listen to me please carefully, are seem to be very curious and seem to be very much interested in kissing. What? In kissing the cross. What for? They are not so much interested in kissing the cross. They know that by kissing the cross, they would be getting a chance to kiss their beautiful fair breast. Therefore, they are very much curious. Therefore, they are very much restless. They want to kiss that cross anyhow, so that they might get a handsome opportunity to kiss the very fair, white and beautiful breast of Belinda. Her lively looks and a sprightly mind disclose her looks are lively, जीवंत जिसको आप कह सकते हैं, जीवंत लुक है उसके चेहरे पर, and a sprightly mind disclose, quick as her eyes and as unfixed as those, favors to none, to all the smiles extends. As I have told you, that is, and in that is, in the certain section of the society, I am not telling in all the sections of the society. All the society was not corrupt. Whole society, the whole society, or the whole English society of 18th century was not corrupt. This is the problem of the upper class society or upper middle class society. The society which was very much affluent one. जिसके पास खूब पैसा था, धनाढ्य लोग थे, बहुत अमीर. तो they did not take care of respect, prestige, honor, sincerity. Nothing. They have nothing to do for these things. These things were for them just like the rubbish to be thrown in the dustbin. They never cared for such things. So the very purpose of Belinda type ladies is to attract the attention of handsome young men towards them. They wanted to beg their attention. They used to be very happy in counting the numbers of handsome young people who followed them, as you count upon at present time upon your Facebook. You take selfies. You just put your picture upon the Facebook. You simply send a picture upon the Facebook, and after that, from morning to evening, and from evening to morning, means from dawn to dusk, and from dusk to dawn, you go on watching at regular intervals how many people have liked your photo, how many people have liked your picture, how many people have followed it. Just this was the same situation in that particular age. They used to be very happy to count the numbers. Oh, today I have been watched. Today I have been followed by 15, by 50, by 100. As many numbers, that as powerful their attraction was. जितनी अधिक संख्या हो गई, जितनी अधिक नंबर हो गए, समझिए कि उतने लोगों को उन्होंने आकर्षित किया। एंड दे यूज्ड टू बी वेरी हैप्पी कि आज हमको 100 ने देखा, तुमको कितने देखा, तुमको 50 नहीं देखा, बट आई हैव बीन फॉलोड बाय 100। तो such was Belinda's case. So Belinda was never serious in her love. No one at that age, in that particular age, none of the girls was serious in their love affair. And so was the case with young aristocrat, handsome gentlemen. They simply followed. They simply passed their times as flies hover around जगरी, गुड़। जैसे कि गुड़ पर, शहद पर, गुड़ पर, मिठा पर, चीनी पर, शक्कर पर मक्खियां भन करती हैं। तो those young men were just like flies, and these ladies were just like the jaggery, just like the sweets, just like the chashni, you can say, just like the sugar. There was no sincerity. There was complete faithlessness. So here, favors to none, to all the smiles extends. She never favors anyone, but she has a technique. She has a technique to give her gracious look to all the gentlemen present there. सोचिए कैसा लुक हुआ करता था, किस तरीके से वो सबको देखा करती थी। Belinda never believes in disappointing anyone. So Belinda has developed an art, and this art has not been developed by Belinda only. As I have told you, Belinda represents here almost all the ladies of that particular section, of that particular age. So she favors, मतलब she gives her look to almost all the persons, almost all the young person, almost all the young boys and gentlemen who are there, and all used to enjoy, thinking that Belinda loves her. If Ram is there, he thinks Ram is being loved. If John is proud of himself, Jack is also proud of himself, John is also proud of himself. Jack thinks he is loved by Belinda, John thinks the same, Jack thinks the same, Johari thinks the same, Yash thinks the same, Anand thinks the same. But none is loved. If Hira comes there, another person, if Richard comes there after Hira, she is going to give her look to Richard. Oft she rejects see the art, Ada. Oft she rejects also. If at present she is looking at John and there comes Jack, now she has to look at Jack also. So she will do the same. So she will reject Jack because she is accepting John, but she does so in such a way that John fails to understand that he is being rejected by Belinda. So oft she rejects, but never once offends. She rejects, no doubt, but she does the work of rejection with some skill, in a style. She does so soothingly, so softly, so smoothly that the person who is being rejected fails to notice it, and he never feels offended. He never gets angry. He always likes. He always loves. The very Belinda. The very style of Belinda. No. Now you know, I'm skipping some of the lines. The other important lines are here. The nymphs to the destruction of mankind nourish two locks, which graceful hung behind in equal cuts and well conspired to deck with shining ringlets the smooth ivory neck. Now see the description of the beauty of Belinda. You have seen the beauty of her smile. You have seen the beautiful description of her white breast. You have seen the beautiful description of her look. Now, the poet, since the poet has to carry on his story also, and you know the very title of the poem is The Rape of the Lock. The misbehave with the lock. Something has happened with the lock. So lock is very important in the poem. Lock is at the center of this poem. Lock is at the very center of this poem. Now see here. This nymph, who is this nymph? Belinda. This Belinda, in the destruction of mankind, nourished two locks. These locks are very important things. And girls are very much, ladies are very much fond of their locks. चोटियां, बाल, hair की आप दीवानी होती. If your hair starts falling, you become sick. अगर बाल गिरना शुरू हो जाए, झड़ना शुरू हो जाए, बीमार पड़ जाती. You go morose. Mama, what will happen to me? Now I am going to commit suicide. I will die. अब तो मर जाऊंगी, मेरे बाल पकने लगे, मेरे बाल अब झड़ने लगे. This one, that one. And so many poets, so many shires have written so many songs upon your locks. And these locks are very smooth, no doubt. Very smooth are locks, very soft and smooth. Very slain, very slender. Cylinder नहीं कमेंट. I'm not telling you cylinder. Very slender. SLENDER. बहुत पतले पतले होते हैं. कितने पतले? But they are very powerful. With these slender strides or locks, you catch so many mighty hearts. पता नहीं कितने बड़े बड़े दिलों को आप लोग क्या करती हैं, अपने जुल्फों में बांध लेती हैं. अब केस में नहीं कहूंगा, बिकॉज ये जुल्फे, जब जुल्फे केस में कोई नहीं बांधता है, ये जुल्फे अगर खुल जाती हैं, उस जुल्फों में आप पता नहीं कितनों को लपेट के रख लेती हैं. And so many people die, and you have not to go to the jail. There is no case against you. आपके खिलाफ कोई केस भी नहीं होता है. No case is registered against you. तो this is, यही करा कि मैन के डिस्ट्रक्शन के लिए ये जो लॉक है ना, these locks, गुरु जी, गॉड जी, भगवान जी जिसको आप कहती हैं, अल्लाह जी, खुदा जी, have given the ladies locks just to get the gentleman murdered. उनकी हत्या के लिए दिया है उसको, इसलिए कहते हैं यहाँ पर देखिए, the nymphs to the destruction of mankind means this goddess like beautiful Belinda had cultivated two locks of hair which hung charmingly in equal curls on her shoulders, destroying the peace of mind of those who happened to look at them. Murder means क्या? You simply, by the power of your beauty, by the power of your shining locks, what do? You steal. तुम आप चुरा लेती हैं. क्या चुरा लेती हैं? What? The rest and peace of mind of someone. आप किसी के दिल को चुरा लेती हैं, आप किसी की शांति को चुरा लेती हैं, आप किसी के दिमागी शांति, उसको आप पागल, you make that particular person restless. He loses the chant, he loses the rest, he loses the mental peace. तो पागल बनाने के लिए जस्ट उसकी शांति को, दिल दिमाग की शांति को आपको क्या करने के लिए, खत्म करने के लिए, टू डिस्ट्रॉय करने के लिए, दिस बेलिंडा हैज 2 locks. They are of equal cut and she has taken much care. She has undergone some pensive effort to grow that lock, and that lock is hanging upon her shoulder in equal cuts and well conspired to deck means decorate, with shining ringlets in her locks. She has some ringlets also. Ringlets, इधर देखिए, try to look at me. Ringlets, curly hair, which you love to get hanging upon your face. The ringlets are there. The smooth ivory neck. Oh, it's so fantastic description. So mind-blowing description of the beauty of Belinda. I have told you time and again. Not I have told you, but the poet tells. She is fair. She is milky white. Her neck, उसकी गर्दन, her neck is ivory white. हाथी का बार, हाथी के दांत को आपने देखा होगा, कितना काला होता है बार वाला दांत. तो it is as white as my face. हाथी का दांत एकदम उजला होता है, एकदम white, चकाचक, milky white you can see. पूरा उजला, just like the marble. तो her neck is also marble neck. बहुत खूबसूरत. और क्या देखिए कंट्रास्ट, सीधा कलर कंट्रास्ट. The neck is white, ball is black. It's so beautiful, you can say. Love in these labyrinths, his slaves detain. Love in these labyrinths. Labyrinths means जाल, भूल भुलैया. The lover once makes an entry in this bhul bhulaiya, in this labyrinth of locks, and fails to come out of it. वो एक labyrinth एक ऐसी जगह है जहाँ पे एक बार घुस जाएंगे या घुस जाएंगे आप, तो it becomes very tough to come out of that. उससे बाहर निकलना बहुत मुश्किल होता है उस भूल भुलैया से. जहाँ खुला हुआ है, there you will feel the दरवाजा, the lock is the door is locked, and where you find that there is some door, there will be no door. As happened in Mahabharata with Duryodhan, you have seen. In Mahabharata, you might have seen Duryodhan where he finds that there is water. Water is flowing, so he stops there, thinking there is water. He should not go that way. So he is being informed. No, it is a dry place. You can go. And where he finds the place is dry, he starts moving towards it, and there he falls in the pool of water. And there he is laughed at, he is jeered at or mocked at by Draupadi, who by telling अंधे के अंधा, अंधे का अंधा ही होता है. And Dhritarashtra was andha, he was a blind man, and therefore she makes such a caustic or seething comment upon Duryodhan, and it was also one of the causes behind the great war of Mahabharata, you can say. तो love in these labyrinths, his slaves detain. तो लड़कियां क्या करती हैं, इस जाल में फंसा के रखती हैं किनको, अपने lovers को. And mighty hearts are held in slender chain. मैंने आपको अभी तुरंत कहा था, these locks are nothing, these jewels are nothing but chains, but this chain is slender chain, but mighty hearts are being arrested or captured in it. Try to listen to me. If the gate is open, You have not been cowed. You have not been roped. You have the chance to run away from there, and you are not running away. गेट खुला हुआ है, आप बंधा हुआ भी नहीं है, आपका न हाथ बंधा है न पैर बंधा है, आप भागना भी चाहते हैं, वहां से आप भाग सकते हैं, आपको भाग जाना चाहिए, बट यू आर जस्ट देयर, not running away, as if it seems that you have been glued, your legs have got fixed or glued. So is the case. कोई ताला नहीं है, there is no lock, there is no, जुल्फ में कोई ताला दिखता तो है नहीं, but mighty hearts get locked in it. So dear students, that's all for today. In my next class we will see some of the other important lines. Go on reading the book on your own, go through the lines which have been discussed today, go some of the important lines which are going to be discussed further in other classes. Till then, have a very nice day. Thank you. God